It looks really nice.
Yeah. You're live.
Hello.
I don't see anything happening on the mic.
Neither do I.
Shit.
So now we have video, but now we don't have audio. Don't tell me that.
Okay, let's go back. Maybe it's not going to be this mic. It's plugged in right there. Is there any settings? Or
No, there's just an unmute.
And it is on, right? Yeah.
Oh! No, nothing moves. Now we need to see. Can you hear us? By the way, hello, Andrew.
Perfect.
Video and audio good. Okay.
Video and audio good.
That's just messing with us.
I wonder why we don't see. Okay, well, that's all right. Well,
thank goodness.
Welcome, everybody. This is my very first live stream ever. And I've got the man, GMA's here. He's from Puerto Viejo. You heard me talk about him all the time. Well, not all the time, but often, okay? And he's here to help me coordinate this live stream. And we talk to each other all the time. And we collaborate and we give each other ideas. And we thought we would come on here and talk about something that we thought was important to discuss today. And that's about crime here in Ecuador. And anything else you want to talk about?
First, let's say hi to everyone who's joined the live stream today.
Yeah, thank you guys. Oh my God.
We got Andrew, hello. Edward, what's up? Stephanie, Tom, Jamie, and Jeff.
Jamie came back. Good to see you, Jeff. There's Jeff. Oh, that's great. So, what do we do now?
I'm gonna join the chat too, just for fun. Let me see. Where's the stream? There it is.
This has been a real challenge. In case you're wondering how we got this working, we tried my camera for a video source and it wouldn't work. Of course, the camera on the computer wouldn't work. We're doing this through my laptop. And so I remembered that had an actual webcam in the closet in the other room. And we hooked that up and here we are. So
now everything's perfect. We actually can see ourselves.
Yeah.
We were desperate because we set it up. We prepared it. We checked the webcam and then it just didn't show up. And we were like, do we have to connect OBS? But we set it up for the webcam on the computer. So it was weird when it didn't show up. I was like, huh.
All this technical stuff.
Yeah. It was weird.
I used to love technology. Now it's passed me by. Even though it's amazing, a lot of these people don't realize so much of our content now comes from ChatGPT. And we use it to help us get started, and then we take it from there. At least that's what I'm doing. I don't know. You haven't done it yet, have you?
Not yet. I only logged into it, set it up, but I haven't started using it for content or anything like that. Yeah. But something that we were talking about earlier, you got to work hand in hand with ChatGPT. You don't let AI be the end all of everything. Right. ChatGPT is there to help you and make things better.
Jamie,
we have been here for 3 weeks. Thanks to you and Don for giving us info and making our big decision. You're welcome.
We're happy to help.
Happy to help.
Yeah. Big fan of you both. That's what I like to hear.
Thank you, Stephanie. We're glad to have you here. Hopefully, if you guys have any questions, of course, please leave them in the chat. In the meantime, we have some things we wanted to talk about, specifically what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. So, I talk a lot about crime. And I tell people all the time, crime is here. It's petty crime. It's not. I still say, hey, if you want to see crime, go to the United States. There's a major crime, a mass shooting almost every single day. And all these people are knowing exactly what I'm talking about because most of these people are in the U.S., You
guys know more about it than we do, I think.
Yeah. And
you live it firsthand.
We know, it's when you look at crime statistics, we know how crime statistics are created and they use the numbering
per day.
Saying, what was that?
Oh, and Stephanie's moving to Manta in August.
Oh, man.
You can have a neighbor.
I thought you were already here somewhere. No, you're not. Okay.
Stephanie was watching you with some binoculars.
Yeah.
I watch you, Don.
Yeah,
Ready.
Tom says more than one per day. I think Tom is the one that found my door. Tom, are you the one that found the door for my GoPro that I'm looking for? Because please forgive me because so many people have tried to help me with that. And I think
you said yes,
it is. Okay, good. Where is it?
It's on the way.
I was gonna show it to you, but it's put away.
Jamie says, thinking about getting pickpocketed versus shot at the mall, no issue. Yeah. A lot of
worry more about getting pickpocketed. I got pickpocketed at the fish market here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the first week I was here. But it was my fault. I mean, I had my sunglasses sticking right out of my pocket, my Oakley sunglasses.
Ooh.
And I tell you, I know the lady that took them.
Really?
Yeah, if I went down there, I guarantee I could pick her out. But it's my fault. It happens.
It happens.
I'll take pickpocketing any day over shooting.
Nice.
Somebody's shooting at me.
Yeah, and over here, Edward says, move the reaction to Bobby McFerrin. Let me try to put this over here.
Oh, there we go. What did he say? Move the reaction to.
And Jamie, thanks for helping him. Thanks to Tom.
Saving me a lot of money and a lot of grief and a lot of trouble. I didn't really borrow this thing. This guy just insisted that I try it out. He meant very good. He meant well. And it's one of those 360 cameras. And he said, here, take it. I want you to try it. And sure enough, I did. And then I pulled it off the counter, dropped it on the floor, knocked this little door off, and couldn't find one anywhere. So I did a video.
Yeah, I remember. I saw that.
And I was like, guys, man, these people like jumped on it just like that.
They're faster than we are.
They're all over it, and they found it. I've tried for weeks to get it. I found one, but it was in the UK and I couldn't. They just wouldn't ship. I was ordering it through Amazon. And they just wouldn't ship.
Remember the suggestion I gave you? Like my alternative was just to try to order it, have it sent to the States, and then maybe someone to bring it over here.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. They never even shipped. They never even attempted to ship. And somebody's ringing my doorbell.
We've got company.
You take over while I go see who's at my door.
I will take over. Hello, everyone. We have much to talk about today, and it's good to be here. It's not every day that I get to be here. We got company. I don't know what happened. Is the stream lagging? Can you guys hear us? Is everything okay? In theory, if something happened to the stream, it was okay. No, it's good.
Okay.
It was just acting weird.
Come here. Come say hi.
Come say hello.
I have clients in the back.
Okay.
Hi, how
They'll
are
wait.
you?
This is still a coach. She's doing some business in the building, so she came by to say hello.
Yes. Okay.
So now she's saying hello to you.
Hi, Stella from Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff. All these people are saying
From
hi.
Stephanie, from Jamie.
Hi. Hello.
It's live. So okay, go take care of your
Bye-bye.
business.
Do what you got to do. Talk to you
Bye.
soon.
Yes.
Beautiful dress.
And anytime she comes here, she brings clients here all the time, so she always comes by and says hello.
Oh.
Which is what everybody should do.
You gotta stop by and say what's up.
This Jeff Mincy here is a wealth of wisdom. He's a wealth of wisdom. You need to get in touch with him someday and write to him. I'll send you his email address. I hope you don't mind, Jeff, but knows a lot. Okay?
Sounds great. Sit him down and interview him.
Good person to know. And if you have any question about how to handle something, he's got all the answers. So
excellent.
Yeah.
So as we were talking with the situation with crime, what is our thoughts on this situation? Honestly, we don't want anyone to really think too much about it. Just not to worry about it, because there's been a lot of comments that I've seen in some videos, not abundant, but enough to say that I'm concerned that you might think, just because of the things that we've talked about and that you see and how the situation has been progressing, that maybe you shouldn't come to Ecuador. But we don't think that. You should come to Ecuador. You should definitely come to Ecuador, especially like what Don said. The situation elsewhere is so much worse. Why not come to Ecuador? And there's a lot of good things here.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be missing out on Encebollado if you didn't come.
Yeah. Good food, good cheap healthcare, doctors that make house calls, good entertainment, believe it or not. Might be loud, but it's good.
Yeah. I'm moving to Colombia next week.
Edward saying I'm moving to Colombia next week.
The key there and everywhere is to stay away from the places you shouldn't be and stay in places that have lots of people and activity.
That's right. Thanks, Ed. Because I tell people that all the time. And I also tell people that if you go somewhere and you don't see anybody around, especially when you're out in the streets, you're in the wrong place.
Yeah.
You need to back out and go somewhere else. Hey, Robert, how's it going? I always call him Bob.
What's up, Robert?
Yeah, good man. Another good person.
Can see you and hear you now. Excellent.
Good. That's great.
Tom says Guayaquil, Esmeraldas are both places to stay away. Yeah. And believe it or not, and this is something I was telling Don earlier, now recently, a lot of people have been saying that even Quito has its level of problems. It's not Guayaquil level. Like it's not like oh, stay away, worst place ever, Guayaquil. It's on a level where like you now have to be more cautious, and people are actually more openly saying, hey, be careful.
But I still say in Manta, I feel extremely safe here. I don't, and as you know, I was in Puerto Viejo a few weeks ago, and I didn't feel unsafe there either. It's a different city, a very crowded city.
Yeah.
Crazy place to drive. But,
you got to be a
it
real
felt like
driver.
The same people. I mean, it's felt
real
like
aggressive driver.
Yeah. You got it. Yeah. You got to have guts. But don't let crime stop you. I've had very few people, but even if it's just one person tells me, I'm not going to Ecuador because of crime, you got to screw loose. Go see a doctor. You got it all wrong. It's not like that, folks. We don't have mass shootings here. We don't have school shootings. We don't have road rage here. Even with all the traffic problems, we don't have road rage. I've never seen anybody. Well, I saw one taxi get a little mad at me one time.
Well, I've never seen anyone get out and commit a crime because they felt like the driving wasn't good of someone else. It's always just maybe like they'll honk at you, and that's about it. Yeah. They'll go really fast, but those are things that you can avoid as long as you keep in your lane and don't worry about it.
Yeah. Bob said you felt safe in Quito.
And Manta.
And Manta.
And Manta. You're going to have a neighbor if you don't already have a neighbor.
Yeah. And
hi, y'all. Just finished watching Don's
and the dogs.
Hello, Kathy. Good afternoon.
I've been chatting with her ever since she joined. So,
my biggest concern is about the narco traffic. I would say macro and gang violence, which has escalated. But I've also felt safe on the coast and in Cuenca. Cuenca is a really nice place.
Yeah, I've never. There's been very, very few reports of gang violence here in Manta. Most of the gang violence along the coastline are Esmeraldas or in Guayaquil.
Yeah.
And here in Manta, I mean, sure, there's been some, activity, but there hasn't been any mass shootings, from gangs. There's been some assassinations, but you cannot compare it to the United States.
But let me put it in the words that I talked with someone before with the situation with the assassinations. Like it was a conversation we had about guns on my live stream a few weeks back. You shouldn't have to worry about being assassinated if you've done nothing wrong. Like if you're here, you're living here, you're just living your life, enjoying Ecuador, the good stuff. You go to the beach, you go to the mall, you have fun, you eat, you talk to Don. Like, why would you have to worry about someone coming to put a hit on you? Like, you've done nothing wrong. Clearly, the mindset of a lot of people here is that they're really worried about crime, like these assassinations, what they call here these sicariatos. But they shouldn't worry about it because it's only going to happen to the people who are, the criminals. Now, you could be at the wrong place at the wrong time. That could happen anywhere. But that's not a guarantee for you to say, oh, I'm going to be in like big trouble as soon as I go out. You're fine. Everything's fine.
Usually, and like the little petty crime that takes place around here is everybody that I know that's been a victim of petty crime here, I almost hate to say, but it was almost their fault.
They put themselves in a position where that would happen. I've seen people like out on the street with their phones recording or like taking pictures or in places where you shouldn't be doing that. And for people here, you don't see that. Like sometimes you'll see someone who because they're part of that area, like that's what I've talked about with my friends. I'm like how do you walk around the streets with your phone? They're like, because they know me here. This is my zone because they live there. But like if you don't live there and you haven't lived there and they don't know you and they see that you have money and you're just like flaunting it, pretty much showing it off.
Yeah. It's just like we tell people don't walk around with your cell phone sticking out of your back pocket. That's the easiest way to get it stolen. And a good friend of mine, yeah, like your chain, a good friend of mine and his wife were walking just down 24th Street here, safe neighborhood. But a guy got out of his car, went and snatched her iPhone 13 Pro Max out of her back pocket and took off with it. Went back and got in the car and took off, and they couldn't do anything. So, but there again, we say, I mean, I tried to be as sympathetic as possible, but I asked her, why was it in your back pocket? You know. So, Edward, to answer your question, yes, when I was in Cuenca, I did have a problem with altitude sickness. I have COPD pretty bad, and I have, some minor breathing problems anyway. And I got pretty sick from it when I was there. But I gave it a solid month to try to get used to it, and I just couldn't hack it. So I don't know if I ever told you that or not, but
No.
that's the main reason why I'm not there right now. And that's also might be the reason why I wouldn't make it in Cotacachi, because Cotacachi is like 7,800 feet, So in Cuenca is 8,300 feet, and Quito's over 10,000.
Yeah, Quito is crazy.
Yeah.
If you're coming here, and that's going to be part of my video, but if you're coming, a video I'm making, if you're coming here and you have the concern that altitude sickness is going to be an issue, don't risk it. Just come prepared with some medication, so that way you don't have to lose out on your trip because of altitude sickness.
Yeah.
And what Edward says, his girlfriend in Cali, Colombia, has shown me neighborhoods, and she tells me that the police, tells him, they don't even go there. There are neighborhoods that the police purposely avoid. Neighborhoods that my friends who are electricians, they have to go check and make sure everyone's paying for their light bills and everything, their electricity bills. They don't want to go there because they're scared. There are neighborhoods that you have to avoid.
Yeah.
At least once you live in a city long enough.
Yeah. The cops patrol this neighborhood right here every night. And I know it for a fact because they like to set off their little siren down the street here for, I don't know why, but they do it.
That's it. They're telling you, we're here. Don't worry.
Yeah, we're here. Yeah. And, I guarantee you they're here. They woke me up at 11 o'clock last night. But you know what? I'll take that any day just to know that they're here.
Look at this. It's amazing. Some of my friends in the U.S. are worried about my safety. One just experienced a night of robberies in her safe small town neighborhood. It could happen anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, it can. More so in the United States than here.
Jeff says Barbara's watching the live stream with him. So now the perfect time to tell her to jump right in because the Ecuador water is fine. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
You're dang right it is.
Yeah. The Apple logo is a please rob me logo. Yeah, absolutely.
Here for sure.
I have a brand new Apple phone on its way here, and I'm definitely, it's going to be in a case, and nobody's going to know that it's an Apple phone.
But it's so cool. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
I wish I had the 14 Pro Max.
Yeah. I'm gonna send Mark a message and tell him
The
to
Apple
join
logo
us.
is a please rub me logo. I have asthma and I'm worried about altitude also. Try to come prepared with medication, especially if you're going to be in Quito, Cuenca, cities like that are obviously higher altitude, just in case. Even if for some reason, if you didn't have asthma or if you didn't have any complications, even so, bring it because you never know. But make sure that you ask your doctor because not every altitude medication is for you. Over here, they have this kind of I don't remember if it's like a plant that's kind of like a remedy that they say that you can use that and it cures you of altitude sickness, but it might not work for everyone. So, instead of risking it, just come prepared. Preparation is my that should be my calling card. Preparation is key. Generic human Peter says, "Are you father and son?"
Us two?
Yeah.
No.
I
wouldn't have him.
I'm a troublemaker.
I'd be chasing young girls off all the time. No, I found him by mistake. You did a
video.
Mention. Yeah, a video mention on one of my videos.
The video that we did
about inviting beggars into your house. Yeah.
Oh, that was still crazy. I still can't believe that actually happened in real life. It's okay, Peter. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's all good.
And Kathy says, I live in a small town on the east coast of Florida. I miss Florida. I used to live in Plantation. Nice area. We had $1 gazillion worth of coke wash up on the beach this week because of
really
Florida. I don't know. Florida has got this whole Florida man situation and a whole bunch of weird things that have been happening in Florida. I actually recently saw a video where the whole Florida man meme came from by this channel called Legal Eagle. And it's pretty cool. But it was it's so weird how Florida gained this kind of reputation for doing a lot of weird things.
Yeah, I like what Edward said. Situational awareness is everything to avoid becoming a victim.
For sure. A T, I heard. 2 troublemakers.
Yeah. And Jamie, you're right about that too. If you realize the taxis are getting few and far between, turn around. In all caps. Yeah.
That's a nice tip.
Yeah. Coca tea. I tried that and it didn't work for me. Have you heard of that?
Coca that was the plant that I was mentioning earlier, and I think that's why Stephanie mentioned it, and right now Tom mentioned it too. People have said that like it's supposedly the natural cure, but it's not going to work for everyone. So it just
and when you go to buy it, you go to the Mercado and you actually buy it in bulk. You just grab it what you want. I guess they just weigh it and
Is it cheap?
Yeah.
Oh,
Coca tea. It's just leaves, and just like well, actually, when I got mine, it was in a plastic bag, but it wasn't sealed off or anything. All right.
Here, Fred, hello, Fred, is asking, how is Manta for sunshine? Where else is it warm and dry in, Ecuador with sea?
Anywhere inland.
Although it depends because these last few days have been pretty crazy with the rain.
Well, yesterday was the second worst rain we've had this year, and I did that little short video about the water being halfway into my apartment. Today we've had beautiful, clear blue skies all day long.
We could theoretically show them if we just like turn the camera around like that.
Yeah,
so you guys can see it. Look at how nice and sunny it is outside.
I don't want to. Well, it's probably not going to show up because it's too bright.
Yeah, it's so sunny that it doesn't work well.
The camera won't automatically
adjust.
So yeah, adjust. Oh my God! No, again. Everybody's going to get seasick. Shouldn't have touched it. There we go. Don't anybody move.
Legal Eagle is great. Yes, it is. Yes, the channel is. And he's a great guy. With the new laws around firearms, do you see it more visible?
No. You know what? That's a good.
That's a great question.
You brought that up because that was a very that video. I knew that video was going to bring up a lot of discussions last week when I did the one about guns.
The very sensational
Lasso
topic.
said it's going to be, but folks, just because Lasso said it's going to be legal doesn't mean that it's going to be passed. The Assembly has to pass it, just like Congress would have to pass it in the United States. That's the first thing, and then people have to get trained and they have to get vetted, and it's not just like all of a sudden most of Ecuador is going to be armed with weapons, because right now the only people that have weapons here really are the gangsters,
the cops.
I haven't seen one yet, and the cops. Some of the cops aren't even armed. Some of the cops can't even afford to buy their own ammunition, unfortunately.
That's sad.
But I just really think, I'm not trying to make light of it, but I just think that worrying about guns in Ecuador is a fruitless exercise right now. It's don't think about it.
Yeah.
Don't even think about it. So definitely don't let that stop you from coming here.
No,
sure.
Not at all.
No way.
Oh, we got a question from Annette for you. Don, driver license test is hard to get?
We're not going to talk about driver's license today. I'm sorry. That is, if you want to, you can send me an email and I can tell you the process for getting it. It's very tough. You take class, you have to take blood test, you have to show your degree, you have to take the test in English. The test actually is pretty easy, but the whole process is time consuming and nerve-wracking. I got the feeling that they didn't want me to have a license, but I do, and that's all I can say about it right now.
Yeah. And Jamie's asking, where did you get coca tea in Manta? It's not in Manta, it's in Cuenca, right?
I got it in Cuenca at the Mercado because they don't have a need for it here.
Yeah, he was talking about when he bought it in Cuenca, not over here.
Cuenca. Yeah.
Live chat with the Mr. Grumpy.
By the way, folks, we're going to have T-shirts before too long, and so keep that in mind.
I got it.
Yeah, a T-shirt, my picture on the front, and bite me on the back. So I'll let you know it's going to be released.
Maybe with a special appearance from a certain hidden guest.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
And Yemi says, yay, my favorite duo, Don and GM.
All right.
We're here. Let's Let's see here. Stephanie agrees, and Tom says weather has been uncharacteristic this year with the aguaje and heavier rains. Even the cyclone off the coast that hardly ever happens. And Jamie, you will need it in Manta. It's for high, about the coca leaves. And someone actually yesterday we had a meeting with the football team in Puerto Viejo, and they're saying that the rainy season this year is going to be extended. It's gonna not like no one can extend it, but it's going to last longer than it normally would.
Yeah, they're predicting that it will be. I mean, it's a meteorological event. It's worldwide. And I know a lot of people want to blame it on global warming and all that stuff, but, the weather is cyclical. And I can remember when we had years like this back when I was growing up in Austin, Texas. Oh, my God, we'd get these weather cycles like this where you think it was never going to end. And then we'd go for years where we're in serious drought, when they can't get enough rain, can't get enough snowfall. Can't get enough snow melt to produce water. And now it's coming back, so it's expected,
Things that happen.
Yeah, it happens.
And I think a lot of the things that are happening related to the weather is also because of how it's been. They said that the climate, the global climate actually went up now. Like we were at a point where it was at a certain level and now we've exceeded that level. And now the climate's that's why in general, global warming and this whole situation with the environment is getting worse. But now it's gone up to the point where, again, we can't go back from that point.
Yeah. Jeff said, as an American, the only influence crime will have on my retirement plans will be to accelerate my departure from the United States. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
That's true. Ace, where are the Swiss girls?
There's my buddy Mark. He's finally joined us. Hey, Mark. Ace, where is the Swiss girls?
They are.
That's the guy I was telling you about that lives across the street. Over
there.
I want you to meet him when he comes to town. He's also bringing my phone.
Cool.
So we got to be nice to him.
Bring me one too. But they're actually not here. They're in Puerto Viejo, but they're going to visit Galapagos tomorrow. And I'm actually going. And this is not a sneak peek, maybe a spoiler for everyone here. Tomorrow I'm going to Quito. So there's going to be some Quito stuff. And but the Swiss girls are going to the Galapagos. They're going to be there until Saturday, and we will be making more videos sometime next week. But for now, they're going to go have fun in the Galapagos. I asked them if they wanted to, if they had the chance to record a little bit so that they can show us their adventure in Galapagos, so they can share it with you guys. They really enjoy the videos and they like the reactions. They like that everyone's enjoying what we're making. We also owe you guys some Spanish videos, so be ready for that.
Yeah. So Edward brought up a good point there about Colombian healthcare. I hear a lot about Colombian healthcare that it's actually a little cheaper than it is here, and it just is good. What are your thoughts on that?
In Colombia,
in Colombia,
I think in general, Latin America gets a bad rep for their healthcare system. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of people think that. It's weird how this works, and I think I talked about this in another video. But if I haven't, sneak peek. The situation with healthcare here, everyone agrees that it's really good. Like if you come from the States and you come here, like the price to what you're getting, it's amazing. Right. Especially if you compare it to what you're getting in the States. Yes, in the States you get more high-tech systems. There's a lot more, technology, and people who say that they've got a lot of they went to this university or that. But the healthcare here isn't bad. But people from Ecuador, they have this idea that the healthcare here is bad and the healthcare in the States is good. There's reasons for that. One reason is because of the price. They say it's expensive for a reason. It's expensive because it has to be better. And vice versa. They say it's cheap here because it's bad. And then there's the other thought process where the people think, oh, I knew this man in high school and he was lazy, so he's not going to take his job seriously. So there's this kind of thought process that it's better over there. But every treatment that I've had over here has been really good. What about you, Don?
I agree. I find that I have mixed emotions about the insurance plans here. They're good. The insurance plans are okay. The healthcare, there's no question about it. I've already had surgery here that I never would have had done in the United States. I have no complaints at all about healthcare. I do think that medicine here can add up pretty fast, but if you get a good insurance plan, it'll cover it. And I have Humana. It costs me $59 a month. My deductible is $150, and it gives me $15,000 worth of coverage for the year. And if I have anything really, really catastrophic and major, I'd go home and let the VA take care of it. Then I'd come back. The thing I like about the healthcare system here is the fact that it's very personalized. You can reach your doctor on WhatsApp and talk to your doctor
yeah.
directly and make arrangements for your doctor to come to you into your apartment. Dr. Garcia's been to this apartment several times, and she charges a little extra for it, but it's worth it to me. You're never going to get that in the United States. Never, ever.
I do feel like that's a very big difference that there is over there. Like, even me, like, since I've made a lot of connections while I've been here, a lot of my friends, if I just need to ask them a quick question, they're not going to like turn me away or say no. They'll actually answer it. And of course, when I have my, like he said, like Don said, when you have like a doctor who's like treated you before, they will answer your questions if you ever have like a doubt. Like, you never know, emergency case, middle of the night. I wouldn't want to bother anyone at that time, but if it happens, someone will be there for you. And I feel like that just wouldn't be a thing in the States.
No. Mark said, Ace, I will bring you whatever you need.
I appreciate it. John, wait, I'll let you know.
He wants an iPhone 14 Pro. Okay, so
Hello.
bring that to him. He had to go answer his telephone, so now you got stuck with me. So let me see here what Don, reference to your last video. Do you wish you'd gone somewhere else before Ecuador? Yeah, I kind of wish I'd gone to Mexico because that really was where I wanted to go, but I had ulterior motives for coming here, and I ended up here, and who knows? I'm here for at least a couple more years, and then I'll make a hardcore decision on exactly what I'm going to do. A lot of that is going to be dependent on another person that's in my life, and I'll take it from there.
Hello, I'm back.
Okay. The life expectancy in the U.S. is coming down. Yeah, that's sad to say. Well, no wonder. I mean, look, every corner there's a fast food restaurant. There's an obesity epidemic in the United States that's unbelievable. I'd say probably, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say half of the people in the United States are obese, or maybe even more. I bet some people are going to come back and say more.
Yeah, I think
morbidly obese. I mean, it's terrible. And
the problem I think with that is like I'm not for like shaming or anything like that, but it is kind of like they're accepting it too readily as a thing that's like normal, and it shouldn't be that way. Your health always comes first, and that was part of what I was gonna say when we were talking about healthcare. If you come and you want to take care of yourself, the medicine is great, but also exercise, like we were talking about earlier, doing some exercising, walking, staying active, eating well. There's a lot of things that you can do to take care of yourself that will lower your need to have to take medicine and thus save you on medicine. Yeah. So it's just a suggestion. And I actually have a friend who I've been doing yoga with, and even that's a good form of exercise, and it can be quite relaxing.
Yeah. Mark, let's see. Oh, no, Jim. If you can afford to use healthcare, sure, it's great, but they are 46. Yep. Yeah, 46 in the world. Healthcare in the United States.
What's first?
So yeah, where is first? I think I'm going to say Taiwan.
I wanted to think someplace like Finland, although I know Finland has like the best education, but I don't know about their healthcare.
Yeah, I don't know. Who has the best healthcare in the world? Somebody.
We'll leave it for homework for you guys.
Yeah. Mark Berger. Nationally, 41.9% of adults are obesity. Yeah. Black adults had the highest level of adult obesity at 49.9%. So I was close. Hispanic adults had an obesity rate of 45.6. All of those are too much, too high. When I was in high school, we didn't see obese people.
No.
And we didn't have fast food joint in every corner either. Johnny Lee Gringo, McAllen, Texas. I love McAllen, Texas. The fattest city in the world. First of all, that's
oh, God.
That's funny.
Well, first of all, hello, Donnie. But wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's like now we have some trivia. Fun fact.
See, I like what Jamie said. In the United States, she didn't say United States, but I know that's what she's talking about. They prescribe medication instead of diet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then there's Terry. Hi, Terry. TMC Don. Terry and Tracy. Been subscribers since the very beginning. Great
How's
people.
It going?
Great to see you and GMAs.
Terry. Hello, Terry.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
Belgium and then Japan.
Belgium. Nice. I should have thought Japan. Why didn't I say Japan? Why didn't I say Japan? Where is Taiwan on the list? Because that's the place that Don mentioned. I mentioned Switzerland.
Taiwan had excellent healthcare. I've been reading that, but
Maybe it's just really good.
I was
Maybe it's
just
in the
taking a
top.
guess. Yeah. Belgium. And Jamie's pretty good on statistics. She's given some pretty good answers to people, even on Facebook. I see, or I follow her on Facebook, and she comes up with some good facts.
Jamie's ready.
Yeah, Jamie's ready. Where's my T-shirts, Jamie? She was going to give me. She brought me 4 T-shirts, and she hasn't given them to me yet.
Tom says Taiwan, South Korea, Japan, first, second, and third. So Taiwan's in first?
I don't know.
Now I'm confused.
That's what Tom's saying.
Jamie said Belgium and Japan, but Tom is saying Taiwan, South Korea, and Japan. We have a conflict of interest here.
Yes. Okay, well, that settles that.
Every site has, they do base it on sites.
List, yeah. I guess it depends on where you're looking.
Let's just say the choices that we have, like you said Taiwan, and it's in top 5.
I bet you we could do ChatGPT would give us a good essay on it.
Probably.
We could ask ChatGPT to tell us what are the number 1 health countries in the world, and it would probably come back and say, I don't know that. But I bet if you tell it to write an essay on healthcare in the world, it would get real close,
Probably. JR is asking, are there opportunities for expats to start a business in Manta? If so, any areas of concern?
Yes, I'll tell you one. Somebody needs to come here and open up a storage place. That would be a good one. Buy you a little piece of land, build some storage units. I guarantee you'd be full in a month. Especially if you advertise on the local social media sites, I could push it. I guarantee, because there is a need for it here. Every one of these apartments in these condo buildings, we all have these little bodegas in them, and they're not climate controlled. They get, oh my God, they got mold in them. They're terrible, and I wouldn't put anything in the bodega that I have in this building.
Wow.
That would be one of stories. Somebody please come here and open up a Greek restaurant so I can get a euro. Yeah.
Bring it.
I know. There's not a Greek restaurant here anywhere, not that I know of.
If someone wants to bring an authentic Japan-style restaurant and bring some ramen, I would love it.
Oh, there's a great Chinese place here. Oh, my
Chinese.
Lord.
I'm looking for Japanese because I want ramen.
Yeah. Well, they have this place called Horse. They don't speak English or Spanish. They are 100% Chinese. Right down the street. The next time you come here, I'm taking you over there. It's unbelievable.
Gotta check it out.
Yeah.
Let's see here. They are on our couch. I don't remember what this was about. Don French.
My T-shirts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Don French says, hi Don, Ecuador has bank CDs that pay a high interest rate from what I've seen. Do you know if Ecuador government backs these certificates?
Yes, it's called COSIDI. So they have a COSIDI. That's the Ecuadorian version of FDIC. It's not as robust and as powerful as FDIC. It gives you like $32,000 worth of coverage per bank per sector. So I've done several videos about this, and if you want any more, if you want to discuss it more, send me an email with your phone number and I'll give you a call.
Shoot Don an email.
And we'll talk about it, okay?
Let's see here. Donnie says, I seriously considered Ecuador for retirement life for a couple of years, but this year I find myself in Brazil with my Brazilian boyfriend, lost 40 pounds here so far.
Good.
That's cool.
Good for you.
That's great. Happy.
Yeah.
Wherever you are and you feel comfortable and happy and safe, go for it.
Then Fred says, hey, Fred, one time. Oh, yeah.
This is the rankings.
Yeah. South Korea, Japan, France, Denmark, Spain, and Thailand. Yeah.
Okay. So you were first. You got it.
Now, Jamie Size says Taiwan is number 20. Okay. So we don't want to get into debate over this. But I'll tell you what's important. Healthcare here in Ecuador is excellent. That's all you need to know. So.
Shawarma is everywhere.
Shawarma. Oh, my gosh.
I have seen a lot. I remember in Puerto Viejo when it was popular.
Tom. Yeah, Tom, come here and open up a Greek restaurant. You'll have a lot of friends.
Tom, like seriously considering it, taking notes right now. Open Greek restaurant.
Pronunciation is better than Spanish. Hey, man, I'm working on my Spanish. Okay, just cut me some slack here.
Edward also says, I'm curious why you chose Ecuador over Colombia.
Well, because at the time that I was looking at places, I never even thought about Colombia because, like everybody else, I thought, crime's going to be
right?
Outrageous, and but I've learned a lot since I've been here. I have some friends that are here that lived in Colombia, that are from Colombia, that live in both places, believe it or not. And I'm not afraid of Colombia. I would go there. I would try it.
A lot of people like going from here in Ecuador to Colombia to buy stuff because it's cheaper because of the conversion of the dollar.
Yeah, yeah. And I think I can drive my car there.
Really?
I think so. Couldn't drive it to the United States.
Sounds like that's a future. How long
Could
would it
be,
be?
yeah.
Future live stream. Taking a trip to Colombia. Imagine that would be really cool.
Do like a 2-week trip and go shopping. You know,
Bring some stuff.
Yeah.
Jamie's talking about the storage. Oh goodness, just give or sell your stuff. No storage and horses. Great.
Great, right across the street. Yeah, I don't know where you live, Jamie. Right.
We'll do 44 watching. Actually, 49.
Yeah.
And there's only 14 likes. Come on, guys.
What's up with that?
Let's go. We gotta bring it up. 50 watching. There should be 50 likes here. Let's go, guys. For Dawn, not for me. For Dawn. Get it.
In your car. If you tell people in your car, please. Oh.
Watch your language during the live broadcast.
Oh. During the live broadcast?
Well, now they're saying.
Oh, did we say anything? I didn't say anything. Did I say a bad word?
I don't think so. I didn't.
I do it
I
on my
know for
videos,
sure.
but not on my live. I'm not going to do it live.
Donnie says, Sao Paulo,
Donnie.
Brazil, here has restaurants from all ethnicities and countries, largest city in Americas. They say in Cuenca, there's also every type of restaurant. You find all kinds of foods in
If there was a
Cuenca.
Greek restaurant there, I'd go. I'd just take a little trip up there and spend a week there and just eat Greek every day.
But man, that's an 8-hour drive.
I don't care. I'll get Juan to take me. Yeah, go in his car.
Road trip.
Yeah, road trip.
Tonight, the Leafs play game 4. Are there sports teams in Manta to watch?
Does Tom Brady play for them? Is that the Leafs? What's the Leafs? Is
I
that
haven't-
football?
I have no. It should be soccer because we're
it's
talking
not-
about Manta.
If it don't have Tom Brady, it's not worth watching.
All I know is that yesterday Ecuador was competing against Venezuela, and if they would have scored one more goal, Ecuador would have won the sub-17. They would have been like the champions. It would have been. Yesterday would have been a night for celebrations.
Yeah.
And it was my dad's birthday yesterday, so it would have been like a super big for us double celebration.
Yeah, you would have had some.
No, today's my
you
dad's
would have had
birthday.
some loud music parties and tonight.
Well, I'm not going to be in Puerto Viejo tonight, so I'm just like, although it's everywhere. If Ecuador wins, everyone celebrates. I read Cuenca, Ecuador has restaurants from many countries. Yes, that's what a friend of mine told me too. And he also told me they had water parks and stuff. I was like, what am I doing over here?
They have some great restaurants in Cuenca, and there's great American restaurants there as well, and Sunrise Cafe. If you go to Cuenca, you have to go to Sunrise Cafe.
Stephanie says we should do a live Zoom.
A live Zoom.
I'm still thinking about the idea I gave on one live stream where we should do
that's where everybody can talk.
Yeah.
I
think about doing a live meet, like, meet and greet, like everyone just hang out one day. That would be really cool.
If Amelia and JP can do it, I can do it.
For sure.
Oh, I said I wouldn't be cursing.
You got to keep it off.
Yeah.
Mark says Manta hosts Delfin Soccer Club.
Yeah.
Yeah. One nice thing about Ecuador and Colombia is the time zone. If you go to the Philippines or Thailand, you have family in the United States. It's really difficult. So I like the time zone similarity.
Yeah.
It makes it much easier communicating in that way. But there are sacrifices sometimes you need to make when you make a choice. And some people, they prefer the lifestyle over there instead of over here. And it's understandable.
Yeah.
Tickets to Delfin games at Estadio Yokai run $10. It's a lot of fun, usually every other weekend.
You're talking about here in Manta, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the Delfin is the Manta soccer club.
Oh, okay.
Subscribe to both of your guys as I was researching Ecuador. Glad to have you.
Dennis here. Hi, Dennis. Miss spicy food on my visit to Cuenca. It's hard to find spicy foods here anyway. I mean, most of the food, you don't really need spice as far as I'm concerned.
No.
I mean, I have some liquid. I mean, I have like chipotle sauce that I put on stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah. But spicy, like seasonings, not a common thing here. On the table, you see salt and pepper. In the United States, you go to a restaurant, salt and pepper, hot sauce, different kinds of, sprinkled on, sprinkle stuff, So
a lot of people, whenever they order a meal, they'll also order the little ají, which is like a little container that has like onions and stuff in it. And you can put that on top of your food to make it spicier.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably to avoid like giving someone a plate that's too spicy. Let them choose the level of spiciness.
Now, Fred said Cuenca sounds like an international city, which it is, but maybe too cold and too.
Although I moved it too much, I think.
Oh, that's right.
There it is.
Yeah, maybe too cold. Oh, and cloudy for my taste. Yeah, it depends on, if you're there in the wintertime, it's a rainy season, and it can be chilly. It gets in the 40s at night. You know, I was there from the middle of December to the middle of January to the middle of February last year. I thought it was perfect. At night it got a little bit chilly, and I just threw a blanket over me while I was watching TV, and didn't have any problem with it. But still, it's a beautiful city. I still think everybody that comes to Ecuador to visit should at least plan on at least a week in Cuenca. It's a completely different world.
For sure.
Than
Although my friend told me like a week wouldn't be enough. So it
Really?
depends on how
Yeah.
much time you have, of course.
A month is good.
Yeah,
a month
for
is
sure.
good. Yeah,
Let's see here. JR is clarifying it was the Toronto Maple Leafs.
yeah.
I unfortunately I haven't watched a lot of sports, and if it's soccer, especially not, I respect and support the team here in Ecuador, but I don't really watch a lot of sports anymore.
Yeah.
I used to watch a lot of American football.
Yeah.
Dennis White, just bring hot sauce with you. The ají. Tom, I think
I have a cabinet full of hot sauce.
Toronto. It's a hockey team. One of my Swiss friends plays hockey.
Yeah.
What kind of sport do you guys have in Canada? We have both kinds, hockey and curling.
Oh yeah, curling. That's where you
Yeah.
push that thing down
Like the puck.
Yeah.
Live stream is a very nice idea. Thanks to both of you. Thank you for being here, David.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Then we have try Discord for an all folks chat. Discord is fun to have a conversation like that. It's just
Mark says I don't know what Discord is. Yeah, I know what Discord is. That's where I pissed off Amelia and JP.
So Discord is basically just an app where you can communicate. Like imagine it like Zoom or any one of those other apps. Just it has you have a
only, right?
Yeah. No, but you can also do like you can live stream on there too, and you can voice call. A lot of people use it for gaming. That's where it gained its popularity. But now it's like expanding more because the audio service is really good. Like you make a call through Discord and it comes out really clear. And also you can create communities on there. So like you can have a community, Don Shader community, and everyone can just all day like be talking there all day if you wanted to.
Maybe I should do that.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you guys think? You think I should start up a Discord channel?
This is the perfect time to start a poll. So should Don start a Discord community? And where's the question mark? Over here. And yes or no, or add option by. Should I? Or
Yeah.
All right.
There, yeah.
With
the exclamation.
no, I put it.
Okay.
Damn, I messed up. I should have put the exclamation point. We already have an answer for bite me. I knew someone would respond to bite me. I just knew it. But anyways, let's see. As we were saying, John and Sharon, they opened in Manta too. Olon has a good Indian restaurant. Cuenca has some good Indian restaurants. Cuenca has everything. I just haven't gone to Cuenca. Yemi, so you can answer it later, is asking if you're considering relocating. Have you considered Nicaragua? And do you know anything about Nicaragua?
No and no.
That's a double no. Even I'm at a loss. I can tell you everything I could. I personally have lived through Ecuador and have heard and know and even investigated from times, but Nicaragua, nothing. Let's see here. Manta is South Indian. Haven't tried it. Ace, I hope you guys will do in-person events. We really want to. Like when I made my live stream the last time or the time before the last time, I really wanted to do I was like, it would be really cool to be able to do something like that. And thank you.
You don't drink beer, do you?
No.
Good.
I'm all about agua.
Me too.
I really want to do the cheers.
Salud.
I really want to do a live event, like just hang out, talk, maybe just like have a day where everyone just chills and maybe we can just like answer questions. It would be cool to do like some kind of activity, but I think it would be pretty hard too. Yes, meetups. Don't worry about Amelia and JP. Not a problem. Last I checked, there's no good recording bots available for Discord. You have to use OBS or something. Yeah. OBS is the way to go when it comes to, even when we were doing the stream, we were considering OBS, but we just decided to use the webcam since Don had. Well, first we wanted to use the computer, which you guys, if you were here for the first live stream, it didn't go well. But now we got it to work. Well, Don got it to work. Heck yeah, to Discord would join that in a heartbeat. Have they left their apartment in the last year? I don't know if you're talking about Million JP. I have no idea. Tom says, if you have extra time, yes. If not, no. Stephanie, Jamie, who? Ellie, hello. Good to see you together.
Ellie.
Also in the Sierra, we love our sauces, ají, mayo, ketchup. The mayo here, trust me, it's not just the Sierra. It's here too. Agrio, etc. Not only salt and pepper. Salt, and pepper.
I like the pepper here because it's real fine, and you can just kind of layer it on. But I like pepper, I did find coarse ground pepper at Mi Commissariato. It's like $14 for that big.
Oh, the with Bahia one, right?
Yeah, that's it. Bahia, yeah.
I bought I bought different ones. I bought one that's like the Cajun, I think, pepper.
Yeah.
And I've had that for like a year. Yeah. And I recently bought white onion powder, so that way, because I season my food with it. Yeah. And I bought also a little container of garlic. I can't remember. It's not garlic salt. It's the other one, garlic powder.
Oh, there's a good question right there from Greg Beebe. Greg Beebe.
I
hope I'm not mispronouncing that. If I am, please forgive me. That's a good question. Do you know any expats with school-aged kids anywhere in Ecuador, and where do they go to school there? Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, one of our cohorts, Ecuador Raw and Real, they have a 12-year-old in school here. So and he loves it. They have to speak a certain amount of English, right? Or do they? This is what you do, right?
In the school.
Yeah.
Every school, they have to teach English, and in theory, students should graduate English, the high school, with at least a level B2, which for anyone who doesn't know about the grading system for English, it starts off from A1, which is basically beginner. You don't know anything, not even chicken or like pig, up to C2, which is native, like native to the level where you even know grammar structures and stuff like that. So B2 is like the intermediate where you can have a normal conversation with someone. And that's what they expect out of students out of high school. Do all students achieve it? No, I can guarantee that.
Yeah. But
it's good for people who already know English.
But yeah, they're very happy with the school that they're going to here in Manta.
Which school are they going to?
I don't know. I don't.
It's not the fancy one, Leonardo da Vinci, because there's one that I remember that was a school that a lot of people talked about.
I just don't know. I know they were. I know where this one school is they were going, but I don't know the name of it. So, but I do know that if you get in touch with Ecuador Raw and Real, he is a YouTuber here. He's a little bit different than us, but he's very friendly and open to talking to anybody.
Yeah.
There was a good question there.
I was actually looking at this one too.
Yeah. How prevalent, this is from Don Prince. Hi, Don. How prevalent are American TV channels, shows et al.? I use IPTV. IPTV is the thing to have here. If you don't understand it, don't have it, you're going to watch Spanish-only channels. And of course, then I watch a lot of YouTube, watch Netflix, and then IPTV. I've been on several different IPTV services here. Maybe I should do a video about this. I think I'll do a video on this next week, folks, about what I have and how much it costs. It's very cheap. If you can get a good IPTV service that works without too much buffering and you have a good internet connection, you can have just about anything you want to watch. I had one service here that had over 16,000 channels worldwide. Wow. Yeah. Every country was in the list. But it just got to where their service just went downhill and wasn't worth it. So, yes, it is available here, Don. So I'll do a video about it.
I keep hearing less and less of people watching TV and more of everyone getting subscription services. Mm-hmm. HBO Max, which is now Max, Disney Plus, Netflix, Amazon Prime, I think has something also. Not sure.
Yep. They are.
I feel like I'm missing one, but there's just a service for everything.
What about Hulu? Is Hulu?
Hulu. Yeah. That's the one I was missing.
Yeah.
There might be another one, but those are the 5 that I mainly have heard about. And and Apple. If you have
Apple.
if you have Apple,
I had Apple. I brought my Apple TV with me here, and I had the Apple TV and I couldn't get it to work, but I have Apple service on my TV and it works great. So
well, that's so weird. The native Apple product isn't
the
making it work.
App itself, I couldn't get it to work, and
Maybe we have to tweak it.
I don't know. There either that or I need a VPN or some. I'm not even sure about that, but you can have it if you want it. It's in my closet.
I'll give it a shot, and I'll let you know if it works.
Okay.
Last I checked it. Oh no, I went too far back. Let's see here. We were here cooking with Don.
Yeah, cooking.
You're gonna have to show them the recipes, the forbidden recipes.
Yeah.
Cooking with Don and Stella.
Yeah. Stella, I've been wanting to do a video going shopping with Stella for native foods, and then cooking Ecuadorian native foods.
Maybe like how much does it cost to prepare an Ecuadorian meal?
Yeah, it's cheap. It is so cheap. You can't even measure it. It's. I would say if you did nothing but Ecuadorian foods here, you could have, for a single person living by himself, eating nothing but Ecuadorian foods and eating at home, you could get by easily on $150 a month grocery bill. Easily.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Because just think about when I talked about cost of living in my video.
Yeah.
If you go out and buy almuerzos and you buy them at $250, why are they so cheap? Because making it the actual food is cheap. It's really cheap, and you can make it last you like one meal that you prepare, like really well prepared. You could probably eat that the whole week. Yeah. Would you want to? I don't know, but could you do it? And would it save you a lot of money? Heck, yes.
Yeah.
Look at the poll. So far, we have 43% bite me, 35% yes, and 22% no out of 23 votes. Come on, there's 53 people. You guys, we still have another 30 votes. Let us know. Do you guys want Don to bite you? Do you want him to start the Discord community, or is that a big no? So far,
if I had a Discord community, I don't have to be on there all the time, do I?
No. The fun thing about a Discord community is that you give everyone a chance to interact with each other. Yes, you can interact in comments, but like maybe during the day, they'll want to just go on. They log on to the app. They just open up the app, and you send a message. Like you see someone said something like, the other day I saw this really cheap restaurant over here by this place. And so, that really, where is it? What did they sell? And they're like, this and this food was amazing. And it's like, they don't even have to reply at that moment, because you can reply whenever.
Yeah.
It's like having a chat that just, anyone can reply at any moment. So
I think I'll do that. I might just do that anyway.
It's really fun.
Yeah. All right. Cool. How much longer do you think we'll go?
It's been about an hour, 57 minutes.
Hour and 15 minutes.
I don't know if you got anything to do. Maybe we can answer a few more questions, and then afterwards.
Yeah, let's do that, because I'm gonna say let's close it down in 15 minutes at 6:45.
All right. Should I end the poll or leave it there for a little while longer?
You can leave it for a while.
All right. Let's go back up to the other questions, because this thing is covering it now. How do I move this up? No, it would just end the poll. That's great to hear about the schools. Do you enjoy walking around and spending time in downtown Manta?
No.
Sounds like downtown Manta's a rough place.
No, it's not rough, but it's crowded and the sidewalks are hard to walk on. And if I was younger, I would do it. But there's other places to go without having to go to downtown Manta. The beach is right here.
Yeah.
So
it's a lot comfier for when you walk.
And I'm not really a beach person, but I do go down there and walk once in a while. And I'm starting to get back to doing it now that my surgery is over with, and I'm healing quite nicely, And so I walked on the beach last week, and I didn't have any complications at all. But no, I don't go walking around downtown Manta. It's just too easy to go to other places. So, yeah, and besides, it's hot down there.
I think everything depends on convenience. The closer you are to a certain place, it's better for you to just go to that area.
Yeah. Why don't you just go ahead and end the poll?
All right.
We'll end the poll.
End the poll.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of people who want you to bite them.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Ecuador Raw and Real has a good and different perspective of Ecuador. Yeah. We're checking out. Definitely. Everyone has their perspective. Yes. And remember, every perspective is just going to give you a clearer idea of what to expect when you come here.
Yeah. Mark is asking if you watch TV. Do you watch TV?
Not TV anymore. Like when there's a soccer game, like my
Mhm.
dad will like I'll stop by and maybe like watch it.
Yeah.
My brother sometimes watches football, but I think he watches it on ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
I personally watch a lot of anime and I watch a lot of YouTube. Recently, my cousin lent me a Disney Plus account. If not, I wouldn't even have
Mhm.
Disney Plus. I watch Disney Plus. I really love The Mandalorian. For those who
Yeah.
love The Mandalorian,
I do too. I have the whole series.
oh, you watched it?
I do.
This
Yeah.
is the way.
It is.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't watch TV like I used to. I used to watch a lot of Cartoon Network and some series like 2.5 Men.
Yeah.
Hi Don, where's the best area to live in Manta with clean beaches and quiet?
Murcielago. That's right here where I'm at. It's right here by the beach. The beach is like right down there.
Is it just me or does the sky look kind of like rainbowish?
Yeah,
like,
no, it does.
Like it looks nice.
We've got a beautiful sunset going on tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really terrible. Every night I have to go out there and look at this sunset. It really gets old.
Oh man. Sounds terrible.
I'm getting some really good sunset pictures. Plus, I like doing cloudscapes, and here lately we've had lots of really good cloud structures that I've been taking pictures of.
Is that an advantage of the rain?
It's the buildup of the thunderstorms that I've been shooting. I'll show you some of them later on.
All right. We got a question from Yemi.
Yeah, Yemi.
Do you know if there are any special tax treaty between the U.S. and Ecuador such that income from the U.S. doesn't get double taxed?
Not yet. There is. Well, they do have a tax treaty that keeps you from getting double taxed. There are forms. I hate to get into this discussion. I'm going to keep it real short. There are 2 IRS forms that you got to fill out and register with the IRS. One of them basically says you're in a foreign country, you have a bank account. The other one is you're in a foreign country, you have assets that reach a certain amount, an aggregate amount. I think it's like $50,000, and you have to report those. And by having those, if let's say, like I'm invested in CDs here, and I have income from that, I don't make enough income to pay Ecuadorian taxes on it. If I did make enough income to pay Ecuadorian taxes on it, the United States would not tax me on it because they would not allow me to or make me be forced into double taxation. Now, I don't know if that's exactly the way to describe it, but there is a way to avoid having to pay double taxes. But fortunately for me, it hasn't been a problem because I don't make enough money. This year was the first year in my life that I filed a tax return and didn't have to pay anything. I didn't get anything and I didn't have to pay anything. So my personal deduction was high enough that it took me below the threshold and I didn't have to pay anything.
Here, there's
Tubi TV. Yeah, I don't know if it works in Ecuador. I don't know. Peacock. Yeah, you can get Peacock here.
Here, Jamie's asking maybe you make sure you include how to make a Fire Stick. Use a VPN if you could.
Yeah. Even though, I have 2 Fire Sticks, I use them both on both my TVs. I don't use the VPN on either one of them, So, but it depends, again, on what you're trying to watch. So there are some services that require VPN. There are some services that you can't get because you're on a VPN.
Look, now you got to start the cooking show because Fred says you got to call it Bite Me.
Bite Me.
You got to make an apron now also as another piece of merch that says Bite Me.
Guys are giving me some good ideas.
It's great. Yeah, people are agreeing with Fred. Yemi, Greg is also saying, Yemi, you don't get double taxed. You can file for the foreign earned income exclusion.
Yeah.
Stephanie agrees with the Discord. If Don starts biting people, he might get a slap from Stella.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first one.
Might sound like an understatement. No, we bite Don.
Yeah.
Watch out, Jamie. You bite Don, Don bites back. A play on cooking with Don, bite me. Yeah, Don, EGM. Like I want to bite.
Farrell finally joined us. Farrell Warren.
Hello, Farrell.
Hey, Farrell. Good guy. Him and his partner both are super good people to know. Now, I have to say, I almost don't want to bring this up, so I won't elaborate on it. But it's hard to find really good expats around here. There are a lot of expats that come here with a bad attitude and come here with a lot of garbage from the United States. But boy, I tell you, every once in a while you meet some really super good people, and there's one of them right there, Farrell Warren. You can't ask to meet a nicer person, and his partner both super people.
Good to meet you, Farrell.
Yeah, good.
You just
people.
got the stamp of approval from Don.
Yeah.
Now you got to make a stamp that says "Bite Me" approved. Everything is "Bite Me" is going to be the second.
Stephanie, the poll is gone. We took the poll down.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'll start the Discord channel. I'll do it in a couple of days, and we'll see how it goes.
The Discord community will be called "Bite Me." No, I'm kidding. It has to be Don Shader, grumpy old gringo.
Yeah.
That the beach video was enjoyable. It was. When I was watching it, I actually found it really cool when they stopped by and like said hi to you.
Yeah,
the discussion about the photography, and we're still waiting for Don to start his podcast.
Yeah. I'm going to do some more of the beach videos, and actually, I want to go down to San Lorenzo and do a video down there. That's a beautiful beach.
Look, Pharrell also says that they love GM and Don. More live streams, please. And yeah, you have to go now. You got to do a lot. Now you got to do a video on each beach, like walking across the beach and showing it off.
I can do it now that I can get there.
Why aren't you guys begging for money? Like on other live chats, beg for money. That's optional. If you want to, you do it. If not, don't even worry about it. Like we love being here with you guys.
From Mark Bergrat.
Well, Mark, you know what? You heard the man.
He's loaded.
All right, Mark. You already know.
I don't believe. There's a lot of people that sell information, and they do that. That's how they make their living, and they can do that. But I'm doing this because if I go to bed at night and I know that I'll help one person make a sound decision based on my experiences, then I have a good night. And my mission is accomplished, and I don't need their money. I turn down money. People have offered to send me stuff, and I turn it down. So you're never going to see me ask for money unless it's for a really worthy charitable cause or something like that.
You know what I wanted to do with the last live stream? It would have been, I wanted to, you remember what happened with LLC and what's been happening with the people who've had these situations with floodings? Yeah. Maybe like start a fundraiser for them to like send them some money or send them, not even money, like they've been asking for clothing, canned goods, like send something like that. That would be really cool if you guys wanted to help out with that.
The stuff is
I want to help out with that.
Getting past the imports.
Yeah.
Getting that, we have to figure out a way to deal with that.
I think with fundraising, it should be possible because it's not even for us. It's for them.
It's for them. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I can talk to my buddy at Equisys and see what he says, So what do we have next?
Let's see here. One of the bloggers I listened to moved from Ecuador to Colombia because he felt that gringos in Ecuador were treated well, but the people of Ecuador did not treat each other well.
Yeah, that happens.
That does happen. It's a weird thing. It's kind of going back to the whole healthcare talk. There are some people who they have this idea that because it's an Ecuadorian taking care of you, it's not a good thing. But they see an American or something like who's going to take care of you. Oh yeah, this has to be the best service ever. When it might not be the case. It could be, but it might not be. So interesting that younger people don't consider Netflix, etc. TV. I actually had that debate in my mind. Do these services count as TV or is it like streaming service? Because I hear it called streaming service.
I call it a streaming service.
I'm so confused. Like
I'm watching a good series on Netflix right now, How to Get Rich. It's a very interesting story. It's not what you think. It's about a guy that's coaching people with their budgets and how to live a rich life with the money that they have and how to manage their money. That there are some people that need help with that here. I have friends here, expat friends, that live from paycheck to paycheck, and some of them have to borrow money each month to get by and to get to that next paycheck. And I know that I could help them if they would just let me. So,
but the thing about help, that's the thing about help. You can't help someone who doesn't want the help.
Yeah,
I've tried. Yeah. I've tried. It does not work. Absolutely. Wait, before we continue, I'm going to take a picture. So everyone say hi to the camera. Cool.
JD, hey Don, JD and Trisha here. We had a great visit to Ecuador a lot in the past, in part due to your advice, from hiring Juan to meeting with Stella. We will be seeing you again in a few months. Again, thanks. You're welcome, JD.
On the pleasure. Instagram story.
And then Tracy or Tim would like to see, there goes that cop.
Oh,
the siren.
Yeah, they're letting you know. Hey, we're taking care of you. Don't worry about it.
They do that a couple times a night. They probably can't hear it. Whoop, 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 whoop.
See, you
It's
guys
like-
see, it's not a
It's
joke.
like a song.
I'm telling you, they're trying to tell you something.
Yeah.
It's Morse code.
Yeah. We'd like to see more photos by Don videos. Yeah, I should do a video and just do nothing but display my photography. I've got some pretty interesting stuff.
You got to show it off, man.
Yeah. Jamie Listen, consider Umina right next to Murcielago. Umina. I ate at a restaurant called Umina.
Really?
And that's where I ate the Negro, Conchi Negro. And I
La Concha Negro.
Sick. Got so sick.
It's really strong.
It's very strong. I got so sick. And that was 2 days before the last earthquake hit. And I was here literally bedridden that weekend when that earthquake hit. And I'm never eat there again.
Yeah, Jamie here is explaining
it on
this.
a restaurant. It's not the restaurant. It's
a dish.
chose to eat. Yeah.
It's a dish.
Yeah. A couple of people told me, say that's an Ecuadorian dish, and that's for Ecuadorians. Let them eat it, you know.
Here, Stephanie was asking about the Umina, and Jamie clarified.
Oh, it's
and Stephanie, I plan to be a good expat. Good, Stephanie.
Good job. Yeah.
Barry and I appreciate the kind words from Farrell.
That's Farrell's partner, Barry. Hi, Barry.
Hello, Barry. Yes, each beach. Stephanie wants to go see the beach videos. And Kathy, wish you'd go to Santa Marianita.
Yeah, I've been there many times. Every time I go to the Donkey Den, that's where we go. And I just also heard the other day, I saw on Facebook that the Donkey Den is closed until further notice. I don't know why. I have to call in and see what's going on, but I don't want to pry. You know,
I think asking to be sure wouldn't be a bad thing.
I don't think it would be bad. Just see if it's anything that I could share, and if it is, then I would tell everybody. 60 seconds short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people here, you've helped them, as Stephanie, she has said before. Tom, nice that you have that attitude. Jamie, you helped us done, and Stephanie's talking about the black clams. I think it's the.
Clam. That's it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Your information has been of tremendous benefit as Tracy and I plan our retirement. We are most grateful for all you have done. We can't wait to meet up and go to breakfast and McDonald's. There's McDonald's here in Manta?
We'll have to go to Guayaquil to do that.
Yeah.
But you know what? I mean, put gas in the car and we'll go up there. Yeah, it's the closest McDonald's. Is there one in Puerto Viejo?
No, there's no McDonald's. Puerto Viejo barely has KFC.
That should be
and Dunkin' Donuts.
Even though this guy and I today ate lunch at Burger King. So, you know, I'm not going to. I can live without McDonald's because Burger King's in the mall. And this, what we had today was pretty good.
Yeah. If you check out my Instagram, I posted a picture of the burger that we had.
Yeah.
Killer. It was good, though. Here, this one I think I can help with this question.
Okay.
Greg Bybee is saying, "Hey guys, do you know of any schools that teach mainly in English to help my kids transition?" The one that I mentioned to you earlier, if it's here in Manta, I think if it still exists, Leonardo da Vinci was a 100% English school because they were looking for English teachers at one point, and my friends told me, "Hey, why don't you work there?" It's like the thing is the transition from Puerto Viejo to Manta for me would be kind of tough. So I didn't really take it into consideration. But Leonardo da Vinci, if you're in Puerto Viejo, Cruz del Norte has a lot of English. It's not full of English, but you will see more English there than in any other high school. And I think in Quito, they do have schools that are mainly in English.
And Greg, send me an email, okay? And let me know. Ask the same question, if you will, so I can remember what it's about. And I'll get as much information for you as I can, and I'll find people for you to talk to as well. Okay, so send me an email.
All right, we have JD, and the first thing we're gonna do to Don is go and shop at the Supermaxi pad. Wink, wink. We still owe you a cup of coffee. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Let's see here, Jamie.
That's where Horse is. Yeah, Horses. My God, that's a great place to eat.
Thanks, Jamie. Kathy, you've helped me a lot. I hope I'll be a good expat. Don't hope. You got to say you will.
Okay. Greg said,
you got to believe
BK. It. What is BK?
Burger King.
Burger King. Oh, yeah. Okay. We got one more minute, folks, and then we're going to cut it off.
All right. Stephanie's asking me, why did I choose Puerto Viejo? Family choice. My parents were the ones who chose to stay in Puerto Viejo. We actually have family there. So
Your dad has pretty popular restaurants there too, right?
yeah.
Tell us about that.
He's been there a long time. Burgers, shish kebabs, sandwiches, salads. He makes it amazing. The other day, if you guys saw my community post, Lisa, she went with some friends, and she really liked the hamburger because her friends had already been there, but Lisa hadn't been there before. She's an expat also, and she really enjoyed it. So if you guys ever want to stop by, if it were today, I'd say happy birthday to my dad. But if you ever want to stop by, go try it out.
It is located right close by to Dulce and Cremoso too.
Yeah,
right?
it's next to Dulce Cremoso, pretty much.
It's right next to Dulce and Cremoso.
Everyone's saying thank you. I guess this is the good
Yeah.
time to say goodbye to everyone.
Yeah, thank you so much, everybody. Thanks for being a subscriber. Thanks for. Well, if you like this channel, please subscribe. And if you like this live stream, give us a smash that thumbs up button. If you didn't like it, bite me. And I say that with peace and love. So
Straight up.
yeah.
Sorry, madam. You can still check out the live replay. Well, the replay, and hopefully next time you can join us in another live stream.
Yeah,
I'll probably be doing one soon.
If you have any questions, drop me an email, okay, and I'll take care of you.
Yeah. Take care, everyone.
Okay.
Have an excellent rest
Good
of your
night,
day.
everybody. Good
And
night, everybody.
we will talk.
Thank you so much.
We'll talk soon.
Okay. Ciao, ciao. I always say